guys, happy Monday, February 17th. My hope is this. My hope is that you had some time on Friday to celebrate yourself. And I talked about this last week. Celebrate yourself, love yourself, who you are becoming, all of your imperfections, and make sure that you really focus on self-love, and not just because it was Valentine's Day, just because you simply deserve all the self-love that you possibly could get in this world. Because oftentimes we're hardest on ourselves, right? We lift other people up, we give people praise, we do all these things, but at the end of the day, we need to do the same things with ourselves. So hopefully you had an amazing weekend. I was actually at Disneyland, and whoever said and whoever made the advertisement that Disneyland is the happiest place on earth lied to you. Now, I'm probably going to piss some people off by saying that. It's okay. I'm all right with saying that. It's just, you hurry up to wait in line, and then you hurry up to go wait in another line. Now, it was cool and it's exciting, but the food was overrated and it's not healthy for you, but we did end up walking quite a bit. Now, there were some huge smiles on the kids' faces, and that's all that matters. But I felt like in my older age, at 45 years old, I don't know if I'll ever go back to Disneyland again. If I do, maybe, I don't know, maybe it's when I have grandbabies. But happiest place on earth? No. Is it fun? Yes. But I'm actually still feeling this injury. So as you guys know, I have this injury in my stomach. Well, it's causing me to have I favor one side of my body, my left side. So now my hip was hurting so bad. Second day, I called it quits at around 2:30 and went back to the hotel room. And Silas is like, "Dad, I'm going with you." And he's like, "What do you want to do?" I'm like, "Whatever you want to do." He's like, "Can I eat chips in bed and watch Disney Channel?" I'm like, "You eat chips in bed and watch Disney Channel," because he's not allowed to eat at home in bed or in the living room. So it was cool overall. Great experience as a family. But let's do this. I'm going to go over to you guys, have somebody bring us out on the field. That person's going to be George. George, you're going to bring us out on the field, share your sentiments, set the tone. Tell us how you're feeling on this beautiful, beautiful Monday morning.
Yeah, so thanks, Elias, and what's up, everybody? I hope you guys are all having a great Monday. First, definitely applaud and pat yourselves on the back for showing up today. Most people would see today as a holiday and be like, you know what, I'm gonna chill in bed. I'm not gonna lie, that was almost to me, but I'm like, you know what, I gotta get my ass up out of bed. Today's the day we call people, check in on them. I think today, if you're kind of in your head thinking like, you know what, I'm going to put the brakes on it, don't. This is where you should really hit the floor on the gas. And I mean, even getting out of your head and trusting yourself, remember you're reaching out to people to help them, and don't reach out just to reach out today. Just reach out and have a normal conversation as if you're calling a family member to check in on them and see how they're doing. I mean, definitely humanize everything and just be yourself. I think that's one of the beauties in our industry that we forget is, yeah, it can be competitive comparing yourself to other people, but in reality, this is your business. It's how you want to create it. So don't let anybody tell you how to create your own business, because at the end of the day, you're the CEO. It's how you show up, create it how you want, because at the end of the day, it's your business. It's going to be how you enjoy it. And if you don't enjoy it, then you're not going to want to show up. So be you, be awesome, and that's today because you made this far and you showed up this amount. So why not keep showing up for yourself and actually get the job done and get yourself results? So I hope you guys all have a great week and grab life by the balls.
Write that down. If you're new to Keep It Moving group coaching, if you take anything from this, grab life by the balls. Please write that down in your journal. Kelly, you had your hand up really quick, but thank you, George, for setting the tone for this morning. Kelly Hilker, you threw your hand up really quick. We want to make sure I don't miss your hand.
Yeah, I wasn't really going to say anything, but I want to because, I think everybody needs to be reminded that we're all awesome. Like I've had some people very, very close to me recently, basically put me down and tell me you can't even sell any houses and all this shit. And it crushed me like so bad. But instead of like getting in a pity pot and, letting them get the best of me, I'm like, fuck you, watch me, let's go. So anyway, I just wanted to say that, there's haters out there. People are going to say what they're going to say, but we got to reach down deep inside and get after it because this business is not easy. It's a roller coaster ride and we got to stay strong.
Wow. You know what? I love this because now that comment, that was the comment that you needed to get from them to not allow them in your life any longer. Right. So, thank you for sharing that comment with me. And now watch what I go and do. And just because you're insecure, your opinions of me are not the opinions that I have of myself. Right? So you want to have your opinions? That's probably rooted in insecurity because you cannot even fathom to do the things that I am doing in life and business. So watch me. I'm going to exclude you out of my life and go and prove everybody wrong. And so I appreciate that message. And there's always going to be people in your corner. And listen, as you get older, that circle should get smaller and smaller and smaller. We need to be elevated by those that are in our circle, people that are going to lift us up. People are going to tell us how it is. Like, hey, you're slipping, dog. You're doing this. You're not consistent. That's the type of person I want in my ear. That's the type of person that I need in my circle. But someone telling me, who are you? You can't do this. No way. That's why my circle is small. I surround myself with people that are going to elevate me. So Kelly, middle finger to the world, and go out there and do what you're doing. You are a light. You have more energy than most of us on this call. You have more energy than most of us combined. So go and spread that beautiful energy to the world. And shout out to you and Blessing for dropping your very first record. They're signed to Keep It Moving Records. Not sure if you guys knew that I had my own label, but they just dropped their new single, EP, and Blessing. Way to run with that. Now, I want to go over to Blessing really quick and talk about some wins. I've given you guys some thoughts and some ideas. And a lot of times, if you just go out there and do these ideas, they're going to land, but it's on you. So Blessing, you had some really, really good traction with the video over the weekend. I'm watching the stats. You and Ashley did it. And this is something that everybody can and should do. Blessing, tell us about the video. How long did it take for you to do it? And what are the current stats right now on that video? Let's go.
So I have to shout out Ashley because she did all of the editing for it. But you gave us that idea on Wednesday. We were going to go the same day or Thursday, but it was raining. Then we went out Friday to shoot downtown Brentwood. So basically the video is finding out why people love Brentwood. And we went out Friday. We had technical difficulties. We did 6 interviews. 4 of them had no sound. So we went back. We went back Saturday morning to the farmers market, which is dangerous because we know a lot of people. So we just went out and little Mike to the world and just asked them, what do you love about Brentwood? And we got the same consistent message of community and the farmers market and the parks and all of the family oriented specifics. And we also got a very diverse showing of the residents. So it was exactly what we wanted. I didn't check this morning right now, but we were at 2,200 views. I think 57 shares, and that we posted this Saturday night. So this is literally like a day and a half of just being out in the world. We tagged all of 2,447, come through Ashley with the details. We tagged all of the restaurants that were mentioned. We tagged community members, we tagged the mayor, we tagged one of the developers, Sean McCauley, we're trying to do some business with or network with. And it's 5 hours and 31 minutes of watch time. 73% of people who viewed it are non-followers, and that's what we were looking at. So that's what's happening right now. We've got plans to go and hit the cities in our basically Bay Point to Discovery Bay. Like that's what we're going to be doing to show love to our area.
Okay, so for the people that are on this call right now, already overthinking it, already in their head, what did you ask people?
What do you love about Brentwood? Okay. And I stopped talking. I had to stop talking because I kept asking different questions like, what do you love about Brentwood and what's your favorite restaurant? Those are the only 2 questions that we asked. And then we try to get a happy Valentine's Day hook at the end, but we just did the community part.
I mean, think about this, you guys. Whatever market that you serve, I don't care where you are, there's love. People that live in that community love that community for whatever reason. Go out there and ask the people. And that is a way to improve your authority score in that subject area. And it's a way for you to get more eyes on you and to leverage OPA. If you've heard me say this in the past, I'll say it again, other people's audiences. Go out there and tag all those places, tag all those purveyors, and make sure that they're spreading a buzz. Now look at 57 people shared that, and 73% of those people are not followers. Now, our hope is that they watch Ashley and Blessing's video and they think that it's dope enough and they're dope enough to actually stay, meaning that they give them a follow. That's the hope. So now by organically just asking a question to the community, they're growing their following. You guys, it's a recipe that anybody can do. So the question here in the chat, it says, all right, did you say you are a realtor? Ask if it's okay to film. Just wondering how you did this. So yeah, so I knew someone was thinking about these details.
So Ashley, partnering with the Money Store, we walked up and said, we are asking residents what they love about Brentwood. If you're willing to be on camera, we've got a $20 gift card or $20 of food for you at Fruitopia. So if they had to be on camera to get the $20, we gave them on Friday, we gave them a balloon. On Saturday, we gave them a rose to take over there. It was Fruitopia and Sip and Scoop. That was all we led with. And we did get a lot of people who didn't want to be on camera. So we just took their feedback. But I lost my train of thought entirely. But we didn't even mention that we were a realtor or a lender. We did have our co-branded marketing that we handed out at the end, like if they had questions, but also purposely in the video, we didn't make ourselves front and center because we wanted the community to speak.
Nice. Now, are you asking the people that you're interviewing to tag them? Are you asking for their IG?
We tagged a couple of people that we did get the handles for. So, and one of them is an up and coming photographer that may be seated in my BNI chapter here soon. So we're going to continue talking to him.
I love it. You guys, it's simple, it's easy, and all you have to ask people, are you cool with being on video? Can I post this? Wonderful. And if they say yes, awesome. You don't need anything else. They gave you their consent. Ashley, any feedback from you?
It was just so much fun. People love free food. And when you tag businesses, they love the support and need the support, especially small businesses in your local area. So it was really easy. We just went up to the business and said, hey, we're trying to do this video. Would you mind if we gave away $20 to your business, to the local community? We're gonna do probably 6 or 7 of these. And she was so sweet. She was like, yeah, actually, we'll match you $5. So we were able to give $25 away. And that was a really easy conversational starter. Like, hey, we're asking people what we love about Brentwood. And if you answer on camera, we're going to give you $25 to Fruitopia. Fruitopia shared us with the community. The mayor commented on here. All kinds of people behind the scenes must have been sharing it to other people and not interacting, because only 25% of non-followers interacted, but you saw 55 shares. So that was the point. We kind of figured out, in our niche, we're trapped in the algorithm. We only see each other's stuff. So it's great when we're building that muscle to build content, but we really got to break out of it. And in order to break out of it, we've got to figure out ways to tag local businesses, tag the community, and all of the people in leadership in our communities. And that's one way to guarantee that we can get out of the box and out of the algorithm.
I love it. Really good job, you guys. This is a masterclass of OPA, leverage other people's audience. So well done. I thought it was a cool video. I thought when you get the kids to just give their organic, like, oh, Black Angus, like who the heck eats that Black Angus anymore? Right? It's like, the kid loved it, but it was like a natural, organic conversation. And so really good stuff. You guys, just want to give you flowers where flowers were due. I want to go around the room and do any more wins. Let's get 2 more people that want to share their wins. And I'm going to ask for a little bit of help today from Blessing. Blessing, do you have plans to be anywhere in the next 30 or 40 minutes, or you plan to be here?
I will be here. I'm actually getting settled at my computer.
Okay, I'm going to do an abbreviated session today. I'm actually going to turn it over to you and anybody else that wants to help. I'm going to put you guys in breakout rooms right at 9 o'clock. You guys are going to talk about your goals and your production for the week. And then Blessing, I'm going to have you host it from there on out, if that's okay. I'm an hour difference. And so I have a mastermind that I'm hosting here in Arizona. If you could be my co-lead on this. Evangeline, let's go over to you. Wins from the week. And the baby's hair is absolutely incredible. Let's go.
Thank you.
I just wanted to share a win on the other people's audiences thing. So I see some agents are like talking about just not even talking about real estate. They'll just talk about like something going on, maybe a restaurant, whatever, something opening. I did that. Didn't even go to the restaurant, right? I'm just like talking about Kira Revolving Sushi opening in Berkeley. And sent it to the creditors, just added some like pictures that are stock from Kira Revolving Sushi. And I got like close to 2,000 views, which is the most, like that reel popped off for me too. So just want to share the whole other people's audiences win.
You guys are community figures, right? You guys are community influencers. So go out there and talk about your community. Talk about the things that are going on. Cortez, you're doing this at a very high level. Let's talk about a win.
So I had a buyer's consultation Saturday morning, and it was from my Closing the Wealth Gap post. That had about it had 25 shares. The views from non-followers was at 85%. So this dude just went in my inbox and said, "How do I get started?" So I talked with them, connected them with Stephanie. Actually, I just kind of realized that all the deals that I have had, other than the Zillow Flex, all have came from social media. So I'm like, I need to double down on social media, like in a large way.
So that video was very intuitive. It was smart. It was connected. It was historical. Like there was just so much great information in that video. How many takes did it? I mean, you were in your car. How many takes?
One take, but I had read it. You know, it was a script I created and I had ran it through it a few times. So maybe 3 or 4 times. And then I really don't even be tripping off it being perfect. If I make little mistakes, I just whatever and just send it to the editor and let them do what they do.
I mean, that video, I don't know if you guys saw it, that video was powerful. So you guys go and check out Evangeline's, go and check out Cortez, go check out Blessing and Ashley's video. Actually, guys, if you can just put the link to your video in the chat down below, that way they can go and check it out. Any other wins that anybody wants to talk about from last week? All right, cool. Let's shift gears. Let's talk about challenges. And before we talk about challenges, I got something for you here in the chat. Here's what I want you guys to do, because as you know, a lot of people are taking the day off. Some of the kids are home. And raise your hand if you have people that are cold in your database, meaning that maybe they've opened up an email here or there, or they've looked at houses, but they're really just unresponsive. How many of you have those people in your database? So you guys should if you have a decent amount of people in your database. So I want you to send this today. Heard this from one of our friends here at Fast Forward Movement. It's a dead lead text or email script. And it's very simple. Have you given up on buying a home in the subject area? Say it's Pinole, say it's Vallejo, wherever it is. And then whatever their response is, so if they say, oh yeah, we're doing this, whatever, or yeah, we've put it on hold. What's got you putting your plans on hold, or what is your biggest challenge or obstacle or frustration that you have experienced in the market that's preventing you from moving forward of purchasing or selling a home? Just start conversations. Now, this is not going to unleash all kinds of people that are ready to buy. However, it's short, sweet, to the point. A lot of you want to write a novel, and the novel is all these things that you should tell them about the market and conditions and patterns, and at line 2, they're done. Have you ever read anything that John Cheplack writes? John Cheplack writes in ways that make you read downhill. It's one line, it's one line, it's one line, and then he's got you, and then you read further down, but very short, very simple, no graphs, no charts, no links. And so I want to encourage you guys, go into the database today. If you don't have your own database, go into ours. Go and look in the lead pond and find out who's been idle for a long time, and send this text or send this email. Now, if you're doing this from the lead pond, do not do this as a mass text or mass email. That is not allowed, one by one by one. But first off, start in your own database and then go into the lead pond if you don't have one. Questions? Patrick, I saw a smile. Anything from you?
No, man. I'm just putting this on my notes right now. I'm definitely going to implement this today. I am actually planning to call all my dead leads today and try to, re-spark the fire. So this helps out a lot. Thank you.
Perfect. Yeah, Evangeline said in text sales, I had the highest conversion from emails because I sent 2 sentences so they knew I was a real person. You guys, short, sweet, to the point, these things work. And I love the simplicity of this script. Have you given up on buying a house in Pinole? Have you given up on buying a house in Brentwood? Right? And then whatever they respond to, then you have the ability to put your sales hat on, see if I can overcome this objection. Oh, we're wanting to wait. Right? Well, I love that objection, right? Now, are you wanting to wait for interest rates to change? You want to wait for prices to come down? Would you like to be in the new house by summertime, or would you like to start the process in summertime? Layers and layers deeper. All I want you guys to do is spark some conversations. You serious or not? Yeah, send them a house, smash or pass. Okay, cool. All right. Like that's it, you guys. Very, very simple style of marketing. But let's go around the room. Who's got a challenge that they want to share, something that they faced in this last week? Maybe they overcome or they're still in the midst of that challenge. Anybody have something that they want to share? Going once. All right, Kelly, let's go.
All right, so I'm working with a lady who I met last year, and she's got a home that she wants to sell in Orangevale, and she's ready to list and everything. Well, the boyfriend is living at the house still. She's not living there. He's on the deed. She signed at 3.5, ready to go, but he is causing a major problem. So he was like, well, I want you to find me a house first. I'm like, okay, great. So I've set him up, like trying to get him moving, got him my lender's information and all that stuff, but he's just like crickets. So any suggestions?
All right. So first off, is he on a lease right now?
No.
Yeah, so if there's no, that actually may work in your advantage if there's no established lease. Is he going to be purchasing a home with the proceeds of this sale?
No. He wants to purchase the home before even selling the other home. So he has some money saved up.
Okay, so does this match with her timeline, or can you help him find a house right now? Can you possibly get a rent back when you get an offer on this house? I mean, I don't know. There's a few variables here. I need to know
Right. Yeah.
more.
No, I'm trying to, just get him to do anything. He said that he was going to do the pre-approval process. It's been 2 weeks now. He hasn't done it. I sent him some homes, sent him everything, and I keep texting him, but he's not responding. She went there yesterday to get some stuff from the house, and he said he was going to do the application yesterday. I sent another text, another email. So yeah, and I told him I can help him find a house, and so yeah.
Yeah, here's what I want you to connect with Ashley and see what she can do to help out. But I think if there's no lease, you might have a little bit more of an opportunity. Is he going to benefit from any of this, any of the
Yeah,
proceeds?
that's what's so crazy about it. This lady has been paying half of the mortgage, and she's going to give him half of the freaking proceeds from the house. I'm like, are you? Whoa! Like, so
Well,
I
then
don't.
see if you can write an offer on a house that is contingent on the sale of the other property just to get him excited about moving forward. See if that's even a possibility. If it's a house that is not that, in demand wherever he wants to move. So let's actually connect with me a little bit later. Let's work through this. But here's what I'm going to do is I want you guys to go into some breakout rooms. I want you guys to spend 10 minutes here. Every single Monday, I want to do this. I want to make sure that you guys are clear on whatever it is that
He literally froze at that moment. So, we're going to roll with it in 10 minutes to see exactly what we need to do it's Move the Needle Monday. So we know that we need to know exactly let's move the needle. I didn't even realize that was happening. But what numbers do we need to be focused on? Like what action steps do we need to make sure happen Tuesday, Monday through Thursday, so that Friday we are rolling right into the weekend? So let me figure out how to do breakout rooms real quick. And Judith, are you able to help with the breakout rooms?
No, I'm not a host. Sorry.
Okay, hold on.
I would love to help, but this is my first meeting. I just joined the team, so.
No worries. So we have 33 people. That's gonna be, so we're gonna do 4. Let's do 5 breakout rooms. That's 6. Okay, I'm gonna do 6 breakout rooms with like 5 people each. So real quick, 2 minutes. What are the goals that we need to hit? How many calls, how many appointments, how many contacts? We clear on that? Help me. Yes, no, come off
Yeah,
mute.
let's get it.
Okay, fantastic. What goals do we need to hit? So I'm going to go ahead and create these rooms. and it'll send you here in a second. 10 minutes. You should see the assignments at the top.
Can you?
Elias. I can hear you now.
Okay, so something happened, the internet cut me out, but are you good from here?
We're good, yeah.
Okay.
Yes, we're good. So just
So
save
10 minutes here and then bring everybody back in and then unpack and then just stop on time as normal. And I appreciate your help.
No problem, Elias. Have fun with the mastermind. Michael, it looks like you're stuck. Do you want me to try to send you to your room? There we go.
I brought on a girl named Brittany on our Zoom today.
Is she here now?
Oh,
Yeah.
I just left the breakout room. Hi.
What's up, Brittany?
I just was listening in.
I'm so happy you joined.
I'm so happy to have joined. I like the team for sure.
Are you gonna tomorrow, if you want to come with us in Oakland to our amazing year in review, there's gonna be mimosas. You can ride with me if you want. And you can come.
Okay, you said mimosas, I'll go.
All right, you guys. As we have everyone coming back.
Okay.
We've got everyone coming back into the session.
Where's their mimosas? Are we all invited? All I heard was mimosas.
What time is it tomorrow?
Right? Where are we going?
10:30 to 2:30.
10:30 to 2:30. Okay.
Year in review.
Oh, duh, I'll be there.
You better.
I will for sure be there.
Hey, real quick, can you guys hear me?
Yes.
So can we please, I'm really inspired by you, Blessing and Ashley, and like, can you guys share? I mean, we got a little bit of taste of what you guys are doing, but I want to learn from you guys because my freaking social media presence is, and so I would love to, and that's what we were just talking about with my group is like, maybe we could do some kind of like workshop, and maybe you don't want to share your secrets, but we'd love to know.
We are not
I'm
gatekeepers.
gonna be very, very transparent. Everything that I am doing on social is what Elias has been telling us to do. It has taken a very long time to listen, and I'm finally listening, and that's what's happening. So it is everything that Elias has been saying, but we can definitely connect about, what you need to do or to get comfortable, but it is just starting. There really isn't, I want there to be like something magical about it, but it is just that. So not to hijack the conversation on social, but I think we do have everyone back. Did everyone, who was, with the show of hands, if you can, if you're driving, definitely understand, before today, who was super clear on exactly what they needed to do this week? Like as far as activity, you knew exactly your calls. Great. And then for everyone else, did we get did we get tools? Do we feel like we got something of value, or we learned what we can implement this week? Good. So who wants to share? We need about 4 people. We've got, how this goes. We've got 18 minutes to fill with contributions. So who wants to share what they need to do this week or something that they picked up that they're going to implement?
Like I said, I just started. So right now I'm just going to be focusing on getting everything implemented that the fasting has to offer as far as their tools and their systems and things like that. So not a huge thing, but there's a lot to do, and just learning it all and learning how to use it and getting myself dialed in. So I've done a good portion of it, but there's still quite a bit more. So,
well, Heather, welcome to the team. And that 30-day checklist, every week that you're doing it will definitely take up a lot of time, but the faster, and you can talk to anyone else on the team that's done it, the faster you get into the rhythm of it, the better it will be for you too. So if you need any assistance, you can always reach out to.
Appreciate it. Thank you.
You're welcome. Michael McIntosh, go ahead and share. And then we'll go to Otis and then Christina.
So the way I find out
what I need to do on a daily, weekly basis. I found a couple different ways to come about it, but a tool we have is Agently. You go into Agently and basically set an income goal, and it breaks it down into daily, weekly, monthly, yearly activities that you need to do. For example, let's see, to hit my goal in a week, I need to have 15 hours of prospecting, approximately 7 contacts per hour, 108 contacts made, 11 leads generated, 2 appointments set, and 1 appointment met.
So with those goals, Michael, do you have the schedule for this week that allows you to hit those metrics?
Yeah, so to hit my 15 hours of prospecting, I'll do 3 hours a day of either dialing or door knocking, some kind of active prospecting activity.
Okay, and that's already written into your schedule. You know exactly where you're going to be focusing on each of those?
Yes, ma'am.
Perfect,
Intensity got me lined up.
I love the respect. I love the respect. Ma'am hurts my heart.
I'm sorry, I lived in Alabama for a
I
little
know.
while.
I'm like, I heard it and I was like, oh, but I love the respect. Thank you so much, Michael. And we look forward to hearing what comes of that on Friday. So thanks so much on that. Otis, over to you. What are your numbers for this week?
I had them I have them on my phone, but I literally am driving, so it's gonna be hard to look it up. But I just wanted to say, as far as keeping a schedule that needs to be kept after we're learning, testing our limitations on intensity. It's basically not letting it go, not taking the foot off the gas too much, but not putting too much intense on that intensity part. So scaling them back a couple of the things. Obviously I'll still do some of the smaller things like the DMs and stuff, because those did have a good, nice personal touch on the sphere of influence. But just focusing on that and keeping it up, because I mean, obviously the numbers come from setting those appointments, from having the conversation. So if we continue to door knock, continue to call and prospect, and if we continue to do open houses every single weekend, and the good thing about it is I have a good partner in Jacob, and then we have another partner coming along pretty soon, and Gary, after he gets his license this week or next week. So just building out the team, the awful digital agents, that way you can kind of scale up. So I know that will help the metrics. I can share those numbers in Slack or something later, but I'm driving up and down the hill for the snow. We're taking the kids to the snow for the last time of the snow season.
Keep your,
But,
keep your
just
hands on
keeping
the
it
wheel
together to
and
be
eyes
kept.
on the road. We definitely don't want you to get in an accident anyway.
No, but that's it. You know what I mean? I believe I think I remember them. So it's basically like ideal to Mike's. Like you have to keep the Agently app handy. My goal was 250 in CGI. So I know monthly I have to have at least 3 contracts three contracts written, 1 contract accepted, and I've been keeping up with that. So I've gotten 3 ratified over the weekend. It's been taking a week, but Billy was just taking a little long on it. And hopefully we got 4 and 5 coming, so we'll be ahead of schedule. So just keeping the schedule that needs to be kept, and I'll be fine myself individually, and then me and Jacob will be fine as a team.
Perfect. And you kept repeating, keep the schedule that needs to be kept. So that is just something that if you are from intensity, if you are struggling in any way, write the schedule that will allow you to do those goals or do those activities, and then just keep going with it. Don't change it until you give it some time to run, and then go from there. So thanks for that, Otis. Christina, what's going on with you this week?
Yes, so I had 1 open house. I had 2 really solid leads. I'm going to continue with some of the metrics like Otis said with intensity. So I'm shooting for 25 doors this week. I'm doing 3 reels for the week. I'm doing 5 DMs a day and 5 stories a day. It's a little bit less than intensity metrics, but I feel like it's enough to keep my momentum going. I'm still new in the industry, so I'm trying to build up my database. A lot of my leads are just like completely cold. So I think doing the 25 calls this week also will help me hopefully re-engage more. And the goal is 3 appointments a week for this week. So yeah, that's kind of where I'm at, and I'm gonna just continue with that. And I'm gonna reassess if it's too much or not enough for next week, then I'll tailor it a little bit. But I think if I just stay on that, I'm doing more networking events as well, which I think prior to Intensity, I wasn't thinking about, the sphere of influence and all of that. So now I'm really tapping into that. And my husband actually has a lot of really good connections. So I think going out, like I went to this Danville party and met a lot of really cool like fire department people, their wives, and they have businesses. So I'm like, okay, this is great. I need to just start small and letting people know what I do, where I am, and hoping that that will help my business.
Perfect. Perfect. Again, it comes down to that schedule for sure. So thank you, Christina. Ashley, what have you got?
Good morning. Okay, so Michelle was in our group. She is a guest to Keep It Moving Coaching. She's from the East Coast and she just shared something that was so enlightening to me. She does virtual door knocking. She's like, I'm not going outside where I am and actual door knocking. And I was like, well, wait, what's virtual door knocking? There she is. Hi, Michelle. If you don't mind, could you share with us from your vantage point what that is and how you do it?
Yeah, sure. So because I need to get a little bit more consistent with social media, I was trying to figure out how do I, New York and New Jersey, I'm not going up to anybody's door. I'm just not physically going up and door knocking anywhere up here. I've never have. But I will go on social media. And so what I'm doing is because I'm looking to dominate the local market of Maplewood, New Jersey to become the go-to listing agent, I go to their local businesses. I search Maplewood, New Jersey, for example, and then I go to local businesses, the police department, different things like that. And I start to look to see who's engaging on those posts, right? And so then I will go to their social media or their handle and I'll check them out. I'll comment, I'll follow them. And it's amazing because I started doing that and more people are following me now. More people are engaging with me now. And it's great because they're local to my market. So it's only a matter of time before they need to buy, sell, rent, or do something basically with real estate.
So you're using you're using other people's audiences, what we were talking about in the beginning, and making those connections and just sliding into DMs and engaging that way is what it sounds like.
Yes, you got it. You got it. The virtual door knocking.
Do you have a specific number, like your goal that you're trying to do every day? Or is it just like, how are you focusing on being consistent in that?
So 10 a day. My minimum is to find 10 people a day and engage with them when they're post and like and follow. So at least 10 a day. I think that's a manageable number to be able to be consistent without overwhelming myself,
Very interesting. So in addition to social media, what are your other forms of lead gen that you have been focused in?
So social media is one of my biggest ones. I also get a lot of referrals as well. So referral base is, I'm definitely top heavy with referrals, left and right, people always thinking of me through different avenues that I'm part of. So that's my other form. I have never done farming and I kind of wanted to do it, but I'm skeptical because some people say it works, some people say it doesn't. And it's a lot of money to put out there to continuously farm because you can't just farm for one mailer. You got to do it for a straight, consistent, at least 90 days or so to be able to see any sort of return on that. So, I'm still trying to figure out what else I could do that will be very financially feasible, I should say, to be able to lead generate.
Well, social media is the freest version, right? that we have out there. And the key with any strategy is consistency, right? It's the same thing that we were talking about, the same thing that Otis brought up, that Michael brought up, that if we are consistent, not only with our schedule, but with our activity, you've got your goal of 10 that you're going to do every single day, do that consistently for any amount of time, something's going to come. And if it's not, then we start to, reevaluate the effectiveness of the messaging, but at least, you give it some time to breathe. So that's a great idea, which for the team, we've been doing that as far as making sure that we have 5 DMs every day. So instead of going into the messages, maybe just engaging on the posts as well. So very good.
Yeah. I'm going to do a combination of both, DMing them and also engaging on the post, just so the algorithm will start to notice me more,
Perfect.
So, and then another thing I do too, I don't know if you guys do this, but because I want to dominate Maplewood, New Jersey, in my stories, I will always tag the location, Maplewood, New Jersey, so that people who see the stories that are following the Maplewood, New Jersey page or whatever, they start to see me too. So
that is another way to geo hack. Put in the location that whatever location you're trying to dominate in should be tagged in every single thing that you do, so that even if it's not specifically there, they're seeing you. So geohacking or geotagging is a geohack to increase your visibility. So very good, Michelle. Looking forward to seeing how that those results show up for you. Anyone
Awesome.
else?
Thank you.
You're welcome. Anyone else have anything that they are doing this week, or any concerns, like anything that they're really not sure how they're going to hit that goal?
I wanted to comment. I did something similar to Michelle. My husband and I did an experiment Instagram page because I had reread How to Win Friends and Influence People, and I said, let's do an Instagram page. And so we really focused on. We did put the content there, but we would spend about a half hour a day just liking and engaging with other people's posts and commenting on their posts and local businesses and the people that followed them. And I just was not seeing, maybe it's the content that I was putting out, I wasn't getting a lot of engagement back, and so a lot of people that already follow me on my Heather Realtor For You page, Heather Unleashed was this experimental thing, like, let's see what happens when it's not about me, it's about everyone else. And I just show them love and like, oh, your kids are, oh, that looks awesome. Great job. Heart. And really show other people love and just make it about them. Because ultimately, I feel like that's why everybody's on social media. Like, look at me, recognize me, acknowledge me. So that was kind of the purpose of that. And I was just really hoping that that would get, in return, it would have the effect that I was looking for, to get me sort of the recognition as well. And it didn't. And so we kind of abandoned it. But, if it was Michelle, correct? Maybe that's something we may need to just put some more time into, because we just sort of like abandoned it. We were like, man, that didn't really, turn out the way that we wanted it to, unfortunately. And we just kind of, walked away from it.
Well, one of the things that Elias has always mentioned, and the group can attest to, is that when you are starting a new page, keep in mind that you are starting from scratch. But if you have an existing page, you can use that profile because you're already connected to other people, and you can launch from there. It is significantly harder to manage 2 pages, especially if we don't have the traction in one. So if you're trying an experiment as far as the different type of messaging, the different type of posts, do it on the same page, because you at least have the algorithm recognizes it as a familiar. This is not just some random bot. So that's something that can work against, but also being very intentional about the messaging, who you're trying to reach. I think that the point that you brought up, as far as a lot of the posts are look at me. But if you focus on your audience, if you give them what they want, if you answer a question or solve a problem, you are more likely to get the engagement versus look at me, I sell real estate,
Yeah.
Fantastic.
Yeah.
All right.
Yes,
Go ahead. You're welcome, Heather. No worries. Does anyone have anything else, like any other activities or goals that they are going to focus on this week that they want to bring up too? Cortez, how many videos you have on deck this week?
I got some videos in the vault. I'm probably gonna release like 3 or 4. For me, that metric probably was like, it wasn't the hardest because I do it anyway, but I don't really be having a number. It's just kind of like how it feels. But I do engage and on social media a lot. I want to say something to Heather when she's talking about no one was responding. Sometimes people are looking and they're not saying anything, like nothing. I had someone reach out. He said, I've been watching you for 5 months. And I said, 5 months. And when I looked, he wasn't following me or hadn't liked or engaged with anything, but he was looking. He said he was looking for 5 months. So you don't know if it wasn't working or not, and then you got to know what your content is. And, because when you're on their page, they are going to look like, why is this person? I do it because I wake up, we all, as realtors, right? We always have people on just liking all our stuff. They're trying to sell us a product, and I always just look on their page and I see what it's all about. So when they do that to your page, you want to have something.
That's very true. Yeah, I was using the same content that I put on my other page. And that was the experiment, was because that page was my existing page, my personal page, which I incorporated into like also my business page. And I'm like, I want to get more, like build my thing, which I should have just used the pre-existing one. So who knows?
So Heather, I'm going to pause you real quick because we're right there at the end of time. I want to get one quick recap before we wrap up. Connect with Cortez to talk more about that, or let's have some more conversation with it. But I'm going to go over. I just lost him, but Princess, give me one takeaway from this call today.
Whatever numbers you have in the box, let's execute. Look, coming off of intensity, I need to do this hair today. So that's going to be my number one thing first. And that's going to be a video included. So, but yeah, let's stick to the metrics that we have. Whatever's in the box, no excuses. And let's go, you guys. Happy Monday.
And that's the same thing. Let's just keep moving towards the goals, vision. Oh my goodness. You guys know what we're supposed to do. It is Monday. We're going to move the needle. We are taking all kinds of action. And if you need help, reach out, but let's get after it. And like she said, there's no room for excuses. We all can move consistently. So let's just get after it today. So thank you all for being here. Go have a fabulous Monday, fabulous week. We'll see you later. Bye.
Bye, guys.
I'm gonna be stealing Blessings and Ashley video. That's next, Blessing.
Do it. Just give my credits give me my my credits in the caption.
I'll be calling the money store today.
Yeah, text me and we will support you.
All right, thank you.
You're good. Later, guys.
Keep it moving towards your goals, dreams, and visions. I don't know.